All right, we're here. We're here. It's the beginning. I don't really want to be. This is the beginning of CK month. And we have, actually today is going to be a combo. CK, you're going to run point on this.
Here.
This is your thing. So why don't you tell the audience what we're going to cover today?
We're going to cover two movies that to me line up 28 years later, part one.
Yup.
28 years later, The Bone Temple, which is the heavy hitter to me.
Yeah.
I think Colin Hall.
Yeah, I really like, even though we don't see him for a long time, I don't know what he's from, but the dad, Spike's dad,
Yeah.
I just do. When I see him, I go, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I don't know what he's from that I like him, but
Thanos?
Savages.
That is it. Yeah. Damn, I forgot
He's
about
also
that.
in Kick-Ass.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Yeah, he's the main character.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I was really kind of pissed in the second movie that he wasn't in it.
Mhm.
And I was wondering maybe it was a casting problem and not a writing thing, because that dad 100% would have been out there looking for his son.
Yeah.
I mean, he was at the end of the first movie, he's already running, like sprinting to the gate, like gathering his shit ready to go. So you want me to believe that he just gave up?
I mean, listen,
Yeah.
let's pull it back for a second here and let's give the audience, what's the premise of this? So the 28 years later is a sequel to Bone Temple. 28 years later, that's a sequel to that sequel. Fucking,
Yeah.
Here we go. It's like a franchise I never knew existed before you made us watch this. Now, give us the background, give us some color.
Well, they're all sequels to 28 Days Later,
Okay.
which came out in, anybody have the date on that?
Who?
Okay.
Cillian Murphy. And I have on IMDb right now, it says 4 weeks after a mysterious incurable virus spreads through the UK, a handful of survivors try to find sanctuary. That's the premise.
So I didn't rewatch that for this, but basically that all starts with what's called the rage virus. And these animal rights activists break into this testing laboratory and they're testing stuff on chimps, and they let these chimps out, I think, and they're infected with rage virus, and it transfers over to humans, and it turns humans into the zombies that we see. So it's not like, they're not dead people coming back to life. They're not the supernatural zombies. They're more of a virus,
Like rabies.
like a rabies kind of thing.
Mm.
And obviously, as we see, they're very violent. They're not slow. They're fast. And then there's still a trace of their humanity too, which we come to find out in the second.
I mean, it's interesting. I really was not sure what to expect. I knew it was going to be zombie just from watching the preview of this thing. But these zombie movies, I don't know. I think, where does it rank up in zombie movies? Because when I think of zombie movies, there's Zombieland, there's Shaun of the Dead, still fucking hysterical, but actually like a great movie. Fantastic movie. There's there's all like the Resident Evil type stuff too. I'm not like huge into horror. We've done more horror on here than I ever thought we would, but zombie is a pretty particular category. And this one was unique because it's the most dick I've seen on screen in like a long time.
Doesn't
Seriously.
make you feel good either.
No, I mean, holy cow. Well, I mean, I got to imagine they're prosthetic unless the guy's centaur, and just don't freak out. It's totally fine.
So yeah, I mean, what's up with these alpha males, but I did a little background on this.
Knee knockers. I mean, this is
No, yeah. And I was worried it was going to get chopped off at some point.
no. I thought he was going to club somebody with it.
So this is apparently a real place. It's an island called Laris Farm, and it's like Northumbria, UK.
Okay.
Real place. Like the video I watched where this guy gives you a little background because he's actually English. He's like, yeah, I've been there for vacation with my family. It's a real place. It actually used to be a Celtic Christian monastery for the longest time, and like the rock, all that stuff's real. It's where they stayed and they were protected. And then I forget what year it was, but Vikings came in and killed all the monks in there and crossed at the right time and just slaughtered everyone. And
Is the Tide thing real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
The rocks, all of this real.
I will say that is pretty cool. I like how they did that.
Yeah.
With bringing in. So for those that haven't watched the movie, there is this island, but there is a way to get to the island from the mainland if you go at the right time of day. The tide washes out, and then there's this like footpath that looks like, I don't know, 500 yards long or something like that. I mean, it's long enough, but you have to go at the right time. Otherwise you're toast.
When I was in London this year or last year now,
Hello.
there, I forget what castle it is. It's like the famous castle there. Like,
It's Hogwarts.
The London Bridge.
Yeah, Hogwarts.
And they have ravens there, which are like crazy because like they look right at you. They're humongous. They're scary. They're awesome. But they have these little ports that they showed us, the beefeaters showed us. That's what they're called, the King's Guard, the beefeaters. I know.
What?
Laugh it up, dude. But they are like, in order to be a beefeater, like if we pull up the requirement to be a beefeater, you need to be like a Navy SEAL for 30 years. And then even then you don't get selected. So, and there's like, I don't know, 15 of them. And there's only been like a couple hundred ever.
They couldn't come up with a better name.
They call them that because the king a long time ago used to say, just feed them and like meat or whatever. So they just called them beef eaters. It's a stupid freaking name.
Okay. This would be the equivalent of being like, our greatest warriors, the defenders of our land, they're called wild hogs.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb.
They wear stupid outfits too, but anyways,
of course they do.
They have these little ports. So when you come in, you have to like come across the bridge. There's a moat around the whole place. And the, at like under the bridge, there's another little, like, think of like a little cave. And when the tide is high, the cave, you can't go into it. But when it's low, you could have these boats come in. And that's how they would get rid of bodies or prisoners or bring in food and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then for safety, not safety, it just like, that's how water works. It would rise up. But that was kind of their way of like, all right, if you guys want to come to us, it's got to be at this time period. And we're going to be protected. Then it's the only way into the castle.
You went in that cave?
You can go in them, but it was just like a couple steps down. And then there's like a rope so nobody gets like in the water. And plus you don't want to go in their water because it's like the Hudson River. It's nasty. But it's like, yeah, dude, the British, they're all about working with the waters and a lot of water.
Well, they don't really have much choice.
I mean, they're on an island.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a real place. Film there in the real place, and people from England know this place.
Well, it's funny because they only spend about 10 minutes in the movie on the actual island. So it really
pretty much
establishes like this perfect paradise they have. And then you get the complete contrast of it's like hell outside of that place. So, and you take Spike out pretty young. I think he's 12, right? Everybody else, they wait till like 15.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like, okay. So you have to fill me in on this because I don't know any of the fucking background on this movie. So this is 28, first movie, 28 days later. They're kind of chronicling the initial days after the virus unleashes. 28 years after the virus, this island is still functioning.
This island was not part of the first movie.
It's not. Okay. So they're just like, it's just totally different, but this is one of the few places I'm guessing that's like a sanctuary where they're like real humans, the only one they know of.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then they have a whole system now where it's once you reach a certain age, we will teach you how to go out and hunt because we do need food on the island and,
Goes and stuff.
Got it.
From a young age.
Okay.
But his dad, what's the dad's name? He takes him out at 12, and there's a couple people that are like, we usually wait till 15.
Is it Jamie?
Yeah. The lady at the gate's like, look, you can come and go as you please, but no one's going to ever come get you if you come back.
That's
interesting. Okay. So with that, walk me through this movie. Give me the synopsis when it comes to 28 years later and 28 years later, The Bone Collector.
Okay.
Or the Bone Temple, sorry.
I think it's mainly there to establish the world, so then we can do the story in the second.
Okay.
So we're mainly just figuring out what the was. And then the dad decides to take him out on like a run outside of the island and just to test his skills and show him what it's like. So they go out and of course they run into all kinds of shit. From the very first run in with the zombies, it's already like super tense, and then it never really goes down.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie is like really.
They're just running around the whole movie.
Continue.
Okay. Should we talk about the dad before we leave the place?
Give me the story on the dad, because this guy seems like
Awesome. Yeah.
I mean, he seems like, dude, I would kill to have this dude as my dad. But he has a falling out with the son at some point in the movie, and I think it's when the son, I guess, catches him cheating and, having his way with, some other young filly. But, buddy, I'm sorry. Listen, I love your mama, but I have needs too. And listen, pal, it wasn't for your eyes. I don't know why you're following me around, you little freak. A little cock block. So the son gets upset with him for that, and then wants to take the mom, even though she's essentially like not really bedridden, but pretty damn close. I think maybe some kind of tumor, like brain tumor or something like that, because the nose is bleeding.
Doctor says she has cancer.
Yeah. She has cancer of some kind. I don't know exactly what, but they don't exactly have MRIs on or off this island. So he takes her on an adventure to the mainland to try and find the doctor. And then, they're essentially getting chased the entire time by these fucking things. They meet up with some rando dude who helps them out. And then they nearly get killed by some giant hog of an alpha.
Wait, is the rando the doctor?
No, it's not the doctor. It's no, it's not Jimmy, because he doesn't come in until the very end. It's the soldier. Yeah. It's like a Swedish soldier.
Here's my biggest problem with the movie.
Okay, go.
The soldier has a fucking iPhone. We hope they need virus back.
This is another one?
Oh, there's another one, bro.
But basically, I'm thinking the whole world stops, and then there's these little pockets of survivors. But no, apparently, according to this soldier, they just have like England quarantined for this little part of England, like Northumbria. And the rest of the world is like back to normal, and we just don't fuck with you guys. We just keep you here. And he's like, I'm fucked, because once I'm here, I can never leave. Just like pictures of his girlfriend. I didn't like that, because
how are we supposed to know if that's accurate at all? I don't get that.
He's got an iPhone. So that means like the world went right back to normal, and was like, think of all the production that has to, all the processes that go into having a company that can make something like this. You know what I mean?
In my head, I thought, oh, well, this kid, Spike's just been sheltered forever. He doesn't know an iPhone as this guy's a normal life. But I love, this is a side note that made me laugh when he shows a picture of his girlfriend, and he's like, oh my God, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, that was awesome. What's wrong with his face?
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know where we were going with that.
Well, I just thought it was weird that you're thinking the whole world is this post-apocalyptic wasteland, but apparently the rest of the world just went on with this business. They're still developing.
They're just normal
and everything.
NFL games.
It should be. it should be. The world looks like it was in 2002, with little pockets of survivors.
Yep.
Not that they went back to making iPhone.
True.
That's why I'm hard on the iPhone.
True.
It could have been airtight.
Yeah, it could have been anything.
Yeah.
It could have been like freaking a random Chipotle. You're like, well, hold on. That wasn't even invented until like 09. It wouldn't have happened.
So that was weird. He ends up getting got by Samson. Oh fuck. And that's another interesting point. They have the
on the bus, right?
Yeah, because the infected lady gives birth to a child that they protect. So it turns out infected can. First off, how did she get pregnant? They don't really explain that.
Maybe alpha.
Maybe she was pregnant prior to getting bit. That's the only thing I can think of. But I mean,
but her baby's not infected.
No. Which is weird. But also, like, all right, well, there's your fucking
like the
serum.
Cord keeps you safe.
Now we just need to wrap everybody in an umbilical cord. There's enough iodine in there. Okay, bring me to Dr. Kelson.
So Dr. Kelson, they see him when he's out with his dad in the first run, and they see him like fires, and he doesn't want to tell, the dad doesn't want to tell Spike about him because they're all afraid of him.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out Kelson is not that guy. He's just a doctor. He's just kind of eccentric, but he's making this bone temple, but it's just a, what is it called? An ossuary, like a memorial to the dead.
But just remember that, like YOLO.
But Kelson diagnoses the disease and he's got cancer.
Yeah. And you find out that the dad in his flashback was always scared of him with like seeing all the bodies. It was cool because once his dad, I'm kind of going back here, Spike's dad slaps him in the face and Spike goes, just leave. He actually just like leaves for good. Like it's the last you ever see him, which is kind of crazy. Like, why you're going to let your kid just tell you to leave? Like, and then like Spike's like, well, basically my dad's a cheating piece of shit that doesn't care about my mom. So I'm going to go get her help because he basically just got to let her die. So that's why he goes out in the first place.
Yeah.
What
That was another, I don't want to say plot hole, but he went from being like really scared normal kid to complete badass.
Oh, lighting a fire and lying.
In one day.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really buy that.
Not a chance.
He was way too confident after one day out there.
Yeah.
He should have been like, he was acting like he'd been out there for months.
Yeah.
He was like, let's go, Mom. I got you.
Yeah.
Like, I thought the whole movie, I'm just waiting for the dad to pop back up.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And I thought maybe the dad will get killed or something, saving them. But no, they really just like, no, he's out of the movie and the second movie.
Yeah, it was crazy that they maybe just couldn't pay him enough. I don't know, but okay. So then they're out on the road and let's meet our favorite guy, Jimmy. So Jimmy, you actually see in the first, so let me give you the briefing on Jimmy. He's the very first scene when you see them watching Teletubbies and he runs, he escapes after his whole family and neighborhood's getting ripped alive to the church to see his dad, whose name is Jim. And Jim is the pastor and gives him this cross necklace. And
his dad's name is Jim too?
His dad's name is Jim. Not Jimmy, but Jim. And his dad gives him this cross and he basically says, like, be with God. But Jimmy, the son's confused, like, what do you mean? We're just going to give up and die. And the dad just like dies and just gets ripped alive and Jimmy escapes. So then Jimmy now, when you see him later in the movie, he's got the upside down cross. It's like his dad being the town priest or whatever that basically left him for dead. He hates him and now he hates God. And that's like his whole thing, like his...
So that in this movie, we don't know that's the second movie.
Correct. Yeah.
Because this movie just ends with Spike, his mom died. He's just on the road by himself. I don't know why he doesn't go back to the island. It just ends with he's about to get eaten by zombies. And then these weird, like, kung fu British kids, all named Jim, saved his life. And you're like, at this point, you don't know if they're bad yet.
Yeah.
Maybe they're good.
Yeah.
And they're just weird. And they're like flipping around and
how's that?
Killing the zombies. And then the movie's over.
Yeah.
So that establishes the world for the next one.
Yeah.
So
I cannot tell you how much I hated that. With not the how's that, like that was like, I guess it's his catchphrase, whatever. It's we having these fucking Russian gymnasts, all of them, Jimmy, just doing backflips over zombies and like choking them in with like nunchucks. Like, where are you getting this shit? And also, there's no fucking way that somebody's just gonna like be walking around. Oh, do you mind if we step in here? And then they just freaking, cartwheel into zombies, kick them in the nose. Like it was fucking weird, dude.
So a little more background.
Continue.
On these guys. This is what I found. Sue me if I'm wrong. But they're all called Jimmy. It's like a thing, the Jimmy Savile thing.
mm-hmm.
Apparently he wore jewelry and track pants, and one of his common sayings was, how's that?
Who's Jimmy Savile?
That's why it's all kids. He's the most famous rapist, like Bill Cosby type guy
Ew.
in England. He's like their Epstein almost.
I don't know what he was, like a famous TV person.
Yes,
in England, and I guess he dressed like that. Is all pieced together from when he was 8. He just got shit that he remembers from TV and church, but it all stopped when he's 8, and then he's just piecing together this cult based off of like pop culture.
Yeah.
Things he's probably seen on the road.
Like Teletubbies.
Also violence. Yeah, Teletubbies. Like he actually has one of the Jimmy's reenact the Teletubbies dance.
He does, dude. It's so weird.
Go on, do it, Jimmy. Do it. Do it, Jemima.
It's the name thing is so weird, man. It's so weird.
It is weird.
There's so much weird shit about this movie. Although I will say, what is interesting about this concept in general is the whole what would I do aspect of it. Like, and you don't realize how much of your life is kind of curated and easy until it all falls apart. So like little things like electricity. Fuck, where are we going to get that? If we don't have electricity, do you know how much like 90% of your life is like fucked and you got to start over as like a hunter-gatherer? People these days are not equipped to do that unless you have a vast amount of like rural experience or military experience where you'd been taught and know how to live on your own, live off the land and that stuff. So immediately you're getting like, unless the US or some other like superpower country drops off a bunch of Jennies to people, you're just kind of toast.
You need a village.
You need it.
Because some guy knows how to do motors and another guy knows how to do windows.
Yes. But then, like, if you think about it, then it's like, all right, now you have this whole population of people. So let's just assume quickly, like a big chunk of them are probably going to get eaten and converted by the virus. But it's not like, oh, they're eaten and they're dead. It's like, wow, this little subsect of a virus is accumulating an army while the humans are over here and they're, this big, but then all of a sudden they're going down here. And then now it's less and less and less people, which means you have less and less people that know how to do the shit that you need to survive. And community becomes way more important than it ever has. I kind of like the microcosm there.
Yeah.
But I don't really, when I think of these kinds of movies, that is the macro of it is one element. The other element that I focus in on is, could I hunt on my own? Could I live off the land on my own? If I had 5 or 6 zombies chasing me, how much would I have had to have experienced that by myself being on the run? Or am I relying on what stories other people have told me before? Like, hey, don't do this. You have to shoot them in the head. That's the only way to stop them. They can hear better than anything ever. So you have to be super still. They can't smell anything. You know what I mean? Like, how do you know how to combat that stuff? And these things are freaking fast. They're fast. Even the bow. The only ones with guns are, the soldiers, but like half the soldiers got eaten. Most of the soldiers got eaten. And they're like, I don't even think they were UK soldiers. I thought they were like Swedish or something.
Yeah.
It's like, what are they doing? What is this, a UN project? What's happening?
Well, it's kind of crazy because going back to your thing, we're starting off as we are now. To my knowledge, none of us are expert bowmen, or even novice. Even could know how to really use
I have
it.
an outbound bow.
You have one? Okay, that's step one. I don't even have
I have bent arrows. So
It's like,
I'm already screwed.
it's
Because
like,
like what happened when you bend your arrow? I don't know how to make arrows.
so this is your only,
Scavenge.
you have to get lucky. Number one, you have to be in good shape. You can't just like start out fat. Like, I just feel like you're dead. And then
We have the good shape part. We're all in pretty good.
that could be fine. And then, but here's the thing that stinks. The only way you get to be an expert is by getting lucky a million times and then actually like being blessed enough to have some sort of like know how to put stuff together and start using it.
And all it takes is one little drop of blood in your eye. So
What you hope for is somebody who has all that experience and survived 1,000 times, then he can teach other people. But it's like, if you're like the first guy that has 0, it's,
He's a doctor.
once I'm out of this morphine, it's gone because I've looked everywhere over
Yeah.
the last 28 years.
And that's when he tries to kill Samson with, just like essentially like putting him down nicely because he's being friends with this guy. But then Samson's like, moon. He's like, what?
yeah.
Say that again. And he's like, oh my God, something's working here. His humanity's coming back. And then he keeps feeding him the fucking morphine. And next thing you know, like you're starting to see like all the veins and stuff kind of tamper down on this guy.
Yeah.
And he's still massive. And for his sake, they didn't show his hog after this, but I'm pretty sure that was probably maintained. God bless him. Can I?
So the morphines would fix it. That's it.
Combo of morphine and something else.
The morphine was relaxing him and giving him just like inner peace for a couple of minutes. And he was like starting to just come on his own.
Easy
Realized
now.
every time he would attack Kelson would hit him with the blow dart.
Yeah.
So he was like starting to learn that. And then from this. So he started doing it on purpose. Slowly that turned into, I'm just going to walk up instead of running at him.
Yeah.
And then that evolved to them just sitting together. And I thought it was so funny when Kelson was like, I'm just going to take a hit too. So they were both just like, and then so he wakes up. Kelson passes out and he wakes up. You realize Samson hasn't torn him to shreds. And even after the morphine wore off.
Yeah.
But he realizes it's going to be a combo of the drugs for that and also psychosis because he thinks that they're hallucinating something that's making them want to attack.
Yeah.
I don't know how
It's like a parasite or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He figures that out and he's like, by the way, you also see Kelson's fucking schlong too. This whole time, I mean, a lot of frontal. Oh, brother. He takes off this like wet rag or whatever. He's like making the freaking blow darts. He's covered in all of this orange, red stuff. So he looks like, a butcher that's been at work all day. But he tells them in the first movie and then reiterates it in the second movie. He just covers himself in iodine because the virus does not agree with iodine like at all. So he's like, I'm basically just making myself safe. And he's trying to like what, but even like little things like water. Where the fuck is he getting water and all this stuff? So anyways, he's trying to like wash clothes or like take clothes off or whatever. And so he gets nude and he's going through, he's kind of like thinking about all the, techniques and stuff I guess he's using with Samson. And I remember thinking, watching that, like, wow, so much frontal in this.
Yeah.
That was, I wasn't asking for it, but I guess at the same time, fuck. I mean, probably not making a whole lot of clothes and you probably only have a handful to deal with. That is true.
I gotta look up Mingus out. Your clothes would probably.
Bro, yeah.
Disintegrate.
Yeah. Disintegrate.
When you're out in the mud.
And dude, and he is out all the time. And I noticed in the first one too, he's got this like kiln, I guess, that he's like, burning the bodies on so that they don't become zombies. And that's where he's coming up with the bones. And he's just basically cleaning the bones. You think so?
They come back.
Not these zombies? I don't know. Oh, you know better than I do.
The beginning of this one, though, of the second one, kind of jump into the second movie now.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Okay. So I just did a little bit of research. Guess budget for this movie.
$12. It was volunteer, but actually, I don't know. They got Voldemort to do it, so maybe 20 million. I'll say 20 million max. 18 million to the makeup artist. Max. Go on.
3 sets. Yeah, I think that's good. I'll say there.
75.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, the first one with like Cillian Murphy.
No.
Okay, because that one was 8 million, and it was Danny Boyle too. But then, 28 years later, that
you filmed on an
iPhone 15 Pro Max. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, that's a hell of an ad for Apple.
So apparently, most of the money that they spent, like the 75 million, was marketing.
Okay, so not really on the set,
and they ended up making 150 million. So they more than broke even. Everybody was happy.
Where were they marketing this movie? Because before CK month, I'd never fucking heard of this movie.
I told you.
I don't remember what I did last week.
Sony, I think, like produced it, and they paid a lot of the market. So they might have just said, hey, we're going to give it to our Korean market or whatever.
Oh,
and the UK. We don't know. I mean, there's not a bunch of American actors in this, so why would they? I mean, they still did some over here, but 75 million is not that much.
You're right. There's probably too much frontal for American audiences.
Yeah, probably gouge. Yeah.
I just don't know, dude. I don't remember one fucking piece of marketing for this. But go ahead. What else did you find in your research for this? Okay, good. Filmed on an iPhone, classic. Lot of budget there. Lot of budget. All right. What's your thing that you remember most about either one of these movies? Do you have like a most rewatchable scene, something that really sticks with you?
I got 2.
Go ahead.
The scene that made me want to do this movie for the podcast was when Jimmy meets Kelson for the first time.
Okay.
And I just watched it on YouTube and I was like, what is this? This is awesome.
Yeah.
What's going on? He's like, so, old Nick. Yeah. No, I'm called Ian. And then they have this long, drawn out
Dude,
conversation about
just like him.
Satan. I've been doing this for the past week.
I'm called Ian.
I'm called Ian. Old Nick is known for being a bit tricksy. But I just love they get into this deep talk about, he's like, so you think all this zombie shite was caused by bugs and science? And he's like, as opposed to old Nick releasing his demons upon the world?
Yeah.
He's like, duh.
When you say old Nick, do you mean Satan? Yes, that's my father.
Yeah.
I love that scene. And the second scene that is awesome is when they do show up and he puts on the greatest show.
Oh my God.
I would have
This is the wildest scene. It's,
dude, he has.
it's fun.
Oh, yeah, baby.
It is Voldemort and Kiss combined.
It was so weird. That
super
he
weird.
Played an Iron Maiden song, right?
Yeah.
And
That's a
like,
good song.
Kelson's got some music, bro.
dude, by the way, that makes me think of this song. I love it so much. Where it's like, what's the song where it's like, 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, babe. Yeah, that song.
Oh, that's
Anyways, the dance is freaking great.
the
He's like-
dance is wild.
It was
Crawling up, and
amazing.
He comes up, he's like crawling around.
But my thought was, yes, he had the welder suit on, but he's flinging around like hot lava. And I'm like,
What's he doing? What are you
hey,
doing?
where did you make the lava? And how is it like this? Are these like
Dude.
baskets? Like,
Let's not break it down too much because it was awesome.
It was.
Yeah, it was the greatest music video.
True.
So
And I love how like you randomly hear him singing along.
Yeah.
Sex, sex, sex. Like,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he blows the he gets him with some sort of drug.
Yeah. It might have been
So,
like ecstasy.
I thought he was gonna start picking them off. I thought he was gonna like
Yeah, me too.
drug them and then just
yeah,
I mean,
pick them off
yeah.
one by one.
that's what I thought.
I also thought maybe Samson would come in and start ripping them
Yeah,
apart.
me too. I
But no, they threw you for a loop. So
yeah, it was like,
yeah. So why don't we just jump right to he does the performance, convinces the kids that he's Satan.
mhm.
Was that's the premise of their conversation is like the guy's like, I'm not Satan, the
Yeah,
doctor.
yeah.
And so, but the other guy's like, well, if you're not, then I have to kill you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to fucking like, it's going to get real.
No, he said, I'm literally going to feed
We're in a bit of a bind here.
Yeah. We're in a bit of a bind. I'm going to need to feed you.
Because I got my piece waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to pretend to be old Nick.
So then he goes through this
Don't. I'm going to pull out your intestines and beat him to breathe.
and feed them to you.
He's like, that is a bit of a bind.
That's
I
a
love
bit
how
of a
it's
bind.
like, they say Satan is always up for making a deal.
Yeah.
Dude, so
Pretty cool.
he goes through this whole ritual where he's dancing around, fucking awesome. And then you can tell that Jimmy has planned out his whole speech.
Yeah.
He's like, what are your orders, Father? And he's like, keep torturing people.
Yeah.
Just definitely only listen to Jimmy. Don't ever back up.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's like, right, yes.
Anything else?
So then they're all like convinced. And then Kelson sees Spike. And dude, this is when Kelson goes from being kind of scared, just trying to survive, to he's like, all right, fuck this. And
Yeah.
he becomes a hero. And he is like, there's one more command. And dude, he turns into Bolt.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
does. He does.
He goes from being like the nice doctor. He like assumes the posture of Voldemort. He starts walking around Jimmy and he's like, if you remember the church, my son.
Dude, it's literally Voldemort.
He turned into Voldemort. It's
Yes.
not, like
Yes.
literally Voldemort. And he's like, then you remember Christ.
Yes.
And he had to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
And I'm required to say. I think he even says that.
He does.
He
Doesn't
does.
He does.
say in Harry Potter.
Jimmy's like,
required to say.
sure about that?
So dude,
No, are you sure?
he says, I require you to be crucified so that you can basically descend into hell the way that Christ descended into heaven after he died.
Yep.
And the Jimmys are like, yeah, let's do it. who's gonna nail me into that wood? And he's like, the fingers.
Yeah.
And they're just chomping at the bit.
Especially the girl, and he's like, she's been in jail. The entire
Hold on a second.
I did like that a lot.
and she's like scary, and like she's actually the one who could kill him.
Yeah.
She's a psycho.
She's an amazing athlete, just like a gymnast.
That's it. That's like the freaking Russian gymnast who's just like, let me just pole vault over this guy with my hands and then stab him in the back of the neck. Bizarre, dude. But that was cool. I did like the Voldemort is what really like
The Voldemort voice too.
it roped me into it because I was like, oh, God, this movie, come on. But then I saw Voldemort.
Dude,
And I was waiting for him to be like,
yeah, dude.
but no, nothing.
Dude,
He was so cool.
the posture.
It was cool as shit. The posture was it. Yeah. That's what it was.
Scary.
Yeah, it was.
I know you're like, oh, you're fucking with the wrong guy. You got Voldemort. He was also the Nazi guy.
He was from
Schindler's List. So then Jimmy says the thing to Jimmy Inc. I know you're waiting to make your move, but hold on just a wee while. He's like, if you're this gang, the old fuck is really Satan.
yeah.
And he stabs him.
Yep.
But the plan was great because he's like, either he lets himself get crucified, which we know has to admit to survive that he was full of shit and he lied about Satan and everything. So he does that. Now they all know he's full of shit. They're like, what's happening? But Spike and Jimmy Inc., they kill him and then they decide, so we can talk about the end now.
Well, Spike comes up and stabs.
Right.
Spike.
Which is awesome. And it was a bummer that Kelson had to go because he's the only thing, in my opinion, in any of these movies that give it gravity. I think his character, I think it's just maybe Ralph Fiennes' presence on screen is like, this guy's on, I'm just going to fucking watch what he's doing.
He's
just
got like that crystal.
He's got some presence about him where it's like, I don't know what he's up to, but I know that this guy's probably pretty smart and trying to figure out how he's doing the stuff that he's doing and what his, what his character means to it. He gives it the story a depth that makes it different than just something you could turn on, like a fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, for example. You know what I mean? Like something where it's just like a bunch of people running from bad guys and, running for their life or whatever. This guy gives it something different because his character obviously is super smart and has thought out a bunch of shit, but it's almost like he's actually figured out a cure for this virus unexpectedly, I guess, that nobody knows about. And so with his death, that means that goes away, which sucks because he doesn't have a chance to let it out to the rest of the world. And it's really the only lifeline that the kid has, Spike. And there's one other like Jimmy chick character that he kind of befriends Spike. And they're the only ones that are really like, all right, she's psycho, but you could tell like she could be normal. She's kind of turned back into like a normal person. And with him passing, it's really like, that's their only like, resource and lifeline. So with him gone, it's like, fuck, all right, well, what the hell are we going to do now?
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Him and me.
Yeah.
It wasn't really about the zombies. It was more about those characters.
I think so, because it's two ways that people are going about this apocalyptic time. One is just like, I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to fucking kill everything and just making it chaos. It's like you think about riots. There's some people that are they just want to watch everything burn and they're going to add to it and fuel the fire. And then there's others that are like, no, I'm going to try and protect what we have. And I'm going to, do me, but I'm not going to take advantage of stuff. And he's trying to figure out, they're two completely different characters, super contrarian. One is fucking evil as hell. And the other one looks like he would be the evil one, but he's not.
And it's like religion versus science.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's like,
it's a good element.
I mean, he's not a Christian, but he's like acting like
yeah.
He's
just like kind of not a psycho.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and it's Satanism versus science because it's not like him. Yeah. But at the end, Jimmy gets his.
He sure does. Because then doesn't Samson come back?
Yeah. I actually felt bad for him when he was crucified because he was like, I mean, he deserved it.
Of course.
Dude, yeah.
But anytime anyone's like, I just want my mom, I was like, oh, fuck. He was just a traumatized.
Yeah, true.
But he he took the trauma and really, really milked it.
Yeah, I mean, when that was happening, I thought of when he just let one of the Jimmies die after Spike stabbed him in the femoral artery. That was a crazy scene, dude.
Crazy.
There were so many things where Jimmy would just be like, oh,
Yeah.
and it was like a horrible death.
Yeah. He was
Awful. And he loved it. And then it's his turn, and he's, this is the thing that bugs me about those kinds of movies and like those kinds of characters. Is like, it's always so easy for them to be like, what a loser.
Yeah.
When it's somebody else. But then it's their turn and they turn into like the little bitch. I like the characters that are like, I'm so bought in. If you're going to be ruthless, then you had better be willing to accept it.
feel bad.
And
Yeah.
You would have been laughing till the end, like the Joker or something. You'd be like, you wouldn't feel bad.
no, you wouldn't feel bad at all.
But then you're like, oh, he's just
a scared little boy the whole time and masking it with this fucking, character that he's trying to be.
That's one of the themes I read too, was this is like a whole thing of what is masculinity, of course. And it's, you go from the alpha zombie to Jimmy to Kelson to Spike's dad to Spike. And it's like each character is trying to be the best man they can be in a different way.
That's true. That's true.
It's like a different
Dude,
perspective.
even Samson, even the alphas are like, it's obviously a little bit different, but when he starts coming back and you can start seeing his, visions that he's having when he's on this medicine, and you see who he was before the virus, you're like, this is it. They're all just people that have gotten stuck with this. And then they do show flashes of the visions that they're having, and just like, this pulsing like rage where they have to like kill whatever's in front of them and something's tricking them. But when it starts going back to him being on the train with his family, and then it starts to hit like, oh, shit, that's kind of, he's an alpha with a huge wang who is just trying to like figure out what the fuck happened to him. And he can starting to remember like parts of his life and who he was. And I'm sure that once you can start tapping into that, it just wants to go back. But there's a couple wild scenes in this too with him where he's like eating brains and shit. I couldn't even look at it. I was like, oh my God, dude, what the fuck?
Do you think it's analogous to anything?
No.
Like the people getting taken over by a virus. There's only a few that remain that are healthy, and then they're split between demon lovers and
Yes. It's our love of technology. Technology is taking us over. What a way to bring that metaphor to life by basically flipping the roles, where we are so obsessed with technology and being everywhere all at once and having all this shit and material that's the virus.
Yeah.
And then there's a few random people that are out there that are not that. One is a serial killer. Who is not really into it. And the other one is just a random doctor living off the land.
Well, would the serial killer in this scenario be like Steve Jobs, like the guy?
No, because he's using the technology too. It was a little crazy. It would
probably be like somebody in the Middle East. No offense, but that would be it. Like, they're not with the first world tech, like for the most part, but they'll like still be a little evil. Like the extremist. And that's like what Jimmy is, an extremist.
Is it just an extremist? So I'm sure there's that. I'm sure there's like, I'm sure there's some deeper meaning in there if you want to make it that. I think all these movies have something like, I don't know, I'm sure there's some deeper messaging in it. But that's what I would take from it, is like, wow, we let our evolution kind of take us over. And when it all comes down to it, we're all really just some primates that, sometimes we're better off without all this shit. Sometimes you can live a more peaceful life without all this shit, but at the same time, it's hard you can't get away from it. Eventually it's going to come and get you. So, you think about it like that. That's what I'm sure there's other, examples you can give too, but that's what I took from it.
Yeah.
You got any best lines in this one?
Oh, yeah.
I think those two scenes, man, they make the whole movie. What is that?
Memento mori.
Memento mori. Yeah.
Memento amoris. Remember, you must love.
That too.
The bone temple.
Oh, yeah.
I
do love when he tells him about his mom, like he kills her. And he's like, no, I can't. Like, And then that actually made me like get a little teary-eyed because you're like watching the mom like doesn't even tell him and she just kind of slips away and he wakes up and he's like,
and she's just
what?
a skull.
Yeah.
That's
Imagine.
he's like, come here. Like that's his new dad.
That was rough. That was rough. Do you have something that aged the worst? We talked about the iPhone thing. I think we kind of touched on that a little bit, but is there anything else that is like, come on, no way? What'd you think? That's the first time I've seen the type of zombie kill. I've actually never seen this before where somebody just rips the head off of something and it's like the head and the spine are hanging out.
Yeah, that is
weird.
Only alphas do
It's
that.
gross. I don't know if it aged the worst, but it was the first time I've seen it. It was fucking gross. Eating the brains, thought was gross, nasty. Do you think Hannibal watches this and is like, lock the doors, draw the shades,
Beat me out.
give me my Chianti?
I thought Jimmy's teeth ate the worst.
Oh!
Dude, how does Spike have perfect teeth?
Spike has perfect teeth. Jimmy's got candy corn.
True. But then the other Jimmy girls, like they're fine. They have nice teeth.
True.
They are veneers.
Yeah.
Veneers. No, it's fucking nasty, dude. I can't stand. Dude, that's a huge pet peeve. My bad teeth. Get away.
They are in England.
Well, that's true. I'm surprised that they're not wooden teeth.
I'm okay with that, to be honest. I like that. I don't like dirty teeth.
For my English brothers and sisters listening into this, brush your fucking teeth.
If they're crooked, fine. Yeah, you can't be like, oh.
You telling me that like Colgate and Aquafresh are like, they're selling like hotcakes everywhere, except they go to the UK and they're like, drive right past it, fly right past it. It's not worth our time. These fucking people don't use us. Sales are down across the board there in the UK. There's like a couple of podcasters in the UK that are like, toothpaste is for the birds.
Yeah.
Leave it to the Americans who silly fucks. We don't need that. It's nasty, bro. Next, give it to us. We'll just change out our wooden teeth. Go get the tree stump from out back. We'll shittle it down. How about who won the movie? Is it, you think Kelson?
Yeah.
I would say. There's some people think Spike. I fucking don't like Spike.
He's the main
I'm gonna be
character
honest
of the
with you.
first one.
Is he?
But
That's true. That's true.
Kelson's the main character of the second one. That's how I
Yeah, that's how I would see it too. I would say I like Kelson the most. And so I would say he just wins the movie. He's, like I said, he's the only one that like provides the depth that you would need for this to go beyond just like a random zombie movie. You know what I mean?
He's the one that when I'm watching, you know, when you're watching a scene, whether it's Jimmy or Spike, and you're waiting for the next scene to come on, I was waiting to see Kelson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's just the best.
Pause real quick. I could listen to English accents all day, even like a little bit of Irish. You go Scottish, it's like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck are these guys saying? Nobody knows. You like a Scottish woman?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
I don't like Australian that much. It's like they're trying to be sexy for girls.
Are you kidding? They brush their teeth. That's a big plus. That's a huge fucking plus. Again, sorry to be a fucking tooth snob, but wood teeth, not my thing. And everybody knows the English only have wooden teeth. That's why we won the war. All right. Now, where were we on this before I'll get sidetracked? I mean, if you were to do a sequel to this movie, do we fly in paratroopers with Colgate? Is that an option?
Write him down.
Honestly, that's what I would do. You know how in like Vietnam, they did the Agent Orange and they would go over even crop duster planes these days over fucking farms. I would like go over this quarantine area and just spray it, like hose down these fucking zombies. First of all, they're dirty as shit. But if we can clean them up,
Literally
hose them fucking down. First off, hose them down. We're gonna need lots of water.
What do they call it? The seeding where you can make it rain. Cloud seeding. Yeah.
We make it rain.
Yeah.
We make it rain.
Cloud seed with like
Yeah.
something that.
And then we'll throw some morphine in there so that they're a little bit stunned. as well.
And then Kelson is the one that
We'll bring back Kelson from the dead. That's what we'll do.
could be a zombie.
He could have a Horcrux.
Why don't you just light the place on fire and let everything regrow, everything?
Oh, that's what AI would do. Okay. That's what AI would do. Light it on fire. It would do it in a little English accent too.
Because they got water separating them. To light everything else on fire.
Yeah, until the fucking zombies,
They're good people on the island
until the zombies are like,
at the end.
eh,
Yeah, true. I mean, you got
Why is everyone's name fucking Jim?
it pisses me off so much. There's Jim, there's Jimmy, Jemima,
The main guy.
me.
Cillian Murphy's name is Jim too.
Ugh, kill me. Kill him. Kind of hope he gets
So
eaten.
that's going to be the third movie is Spike.
You mean like the seventh? There's like 8 movies in this
Goes
franchise.
to another island. They think it's going to be, oh my God, like the real world. It's not. It's the same thing. They got this island down, and it's Tom or he's Jimmy. Hello.
But he just comes up. He just like pops out from behind a bush, but he's got that like Bane mask on. And he's like, hello.
Yeah.
You thought you were bad. I'm I'm Jimmy Kelson.
I would freak out at that point.
Hello. But then he starts talking all British, like too British, where no one knows it. Even the British would be like, I don't know what the fuck he said. I don't know.
Or we have Christoph Waltz because he goes all the way across to maybe he goes to
But we have a bit of a German problem. Go ahead, Christoph. Can't do it on cue. Can't do it on cue. All right. What aged the best is a couple of options on here. We talked about some of them already. I love the title island concept. I think that's pretty cool. Just because it adds a little kind of suspense to stuff, you know, lands it kind of tied out, all that stuff. It's just cool. It's cool. And that'll always work for me. I think it's just like, it's neat to have something like that. Quarantine stuff. I don't know. I mean, quarantine, I guess, is a concept that I guess we'll always kind of have. But God forbid something happens like this. Can you imagine if this was COVID and that should happen? Fucking wild.
Dude, honestly.
You remember the very first month
It kind of was. Did you see who I was rooming with at that time? Good.
just before COVID actually happened? Like, I remember listening to 98 Rock, and they were like, there's this disease that's coming out, and it's gonna be. They were like joking about it, like it's gonna be zombies, but it was like we didn't know how bad it was. It didn't end up.
No.
It felt like it could be really bad.
People
But-
are just locked inside fucking. I don't. Yeah.
Some of them.
But
Some
There's
of
a
them.
lot of incels that were like planning.
Yeah.
And the people who weren't were just working.
Porking.
Just constant pork.
But then fighting with each other too. Like, Jesus. Right.
Yeah.
How about that? There you go.
How's that?
How's that? Age the worst. We talk about the cult stuff. Fucking weird. The Jimmy stuff. I don't know about, I don't know. I have in there like alpha escalation, like, but I think that we can cut that out. I am not a fan of the fucking kid, but that's just me. Just because, like, I don't know, when I was 12, which I think is how old this kid's supposed to be, I'm like a barely above average size guy and 1,000 times more athletic than this guy, but I'm like an above average athlete. I'm sorry, he's not doing all the shit that he's doing, and this kid's like a total puss. Like he would have been stuffed in a locker
Yes. Why don't they ever have
if he grew up around here. That's the thing. Like,
there's plenty of boys out there that are like,
you know what you know what they need? They need a black kid, because it's like, I swear to God, the only kids.
black at the end of the movie, the black girl.
Okay, true, but the only kids that get portrayed in movies, like, oh, that kid's a fucking stud. It's black kids, I guess, because I have yet to see a young, like, look at a Timmy Chalamet. Sorry, dude's like $130.
dude, he doesn't even have a chin. They cut it off.
Oh,
It's just a point.
Daniel Radcliffe. Okay, Nerd Nation. Then maybe it's because like the sturdy kids don't fucking act. I don't
They're
know.
all like,
I know they don't eat, or it's like they're survive on kale and poon somehow once they get to Hollywood.
are on the other team, and
Well, that's true. You got to have it clean. I got that. But still, like, oh, what we know and don't know, crazy. But I just don't get it. Like, why I would make that character so much more believable if he looked like the fucking dad's son. Like, I'm sorry, that dude would have like a, yeah, but you can be sheltered but still look like a little man.
yeah.
Like, I don't need him to be.
Like he's hitting puberty.
I would prefer that he would hit puberty or look like a 12-year-old that could fucking kill zombies and not a 12-year-old that I could fold into my wallet.
Especially if like your life is on an island, you're basically a little farm boy. Like you're gonna be
Pretty jacked.
and then you want me to believe
Not a lot of food though.
Twigums is gonna take mom across. No, but if it's like a little
That was
stout
the
boy,
worst. Yeah, that didn't make sense. Him taking her out and being so confident. But what did make sense was when he killed the one kid, the one Jimmy, and then he killed Big Jimmy. It was both. They were both like not expecting it. It wasn't like he won the fight
yeah.
with brute strength.
Sure.
The one guy was toying with him. Actually, I love that move.
That's true. That's a
Pulled
good
his
point.
pants down. And
That was cool.
actually, as soon as he stabbed him there, I was like, "Oh, he's fucked."
Up, done.
Because like he wasn't thinking it was a big deal.
Yeah.
But I remember in Game of Thrones, there's one guy, they ambush this dude and he puts a little knife up to the dude's femoral artery. And he's like, I sharpen this knife every day before breakfast. Once I nick this artery, there's no one around that can unnick it for the next 10 miles or something like that. And I was like, oh, yeah, all you need is a little cut there and you're done, especially in an apocalyptic world. So,
Also, how are they making arrows?
what? And the arrows are not, I don't know how to make them, but they're not that complicated. You just need wood and just.
Yeah.
You're going to sit here with a straight face and tell me that little boy is making his own arrows.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe.
So, dude, this is how they do it. I actually watched
But their whole culture revolves around bows and arrows.
this. Is
Why
how
would he's 12? He would know how to do it by then.
you straighten wood, you get it wet, and then you heat it up, and as it's heating up, the moisture allows it to get flexible.
What are you talking about right now? Because I'm hearing.
And then, and then you make it, and then you make it whatever shape you want,
Oh,
and then you let it dry, and then that's how you get straight wood.
I think we should have ended this cast like 10 minutes ago.
no. It's just getting good. So got that. I liked the little blowgun thing that Kelson has. I thought that was pretty damn cool.
He doesn't kill anyone.
He doesn't kill anybody, which I thought for sure it would be used for that.
Convicted or like redeemed.
And he doesn't know for sure, but then he does once Moon happens. Recasting couch. Anybody that you would put in these roles?
Just put the dad in the movie more.
I totally agree.
That guy's awesome. He needs to be in more movies.
He is pretty damn good. I feel like I see him in like SEAL team type stuff. You know what I mean?
I definitely have seen him in like maybe the Lioness or something.
Maybe.
He seems like a Taylor Sheridan type guy.
100%. Like he could pop up in a Yellowstone.
Like the Yellowstone guy who does like all the.
Oh, like if there's a show on TV, like Landman, that kind of stuff, like, oh, brother. Yeah. If it's a hot show on TV, this guy's doing it.
Yeah, he shows it's like Taylor Sheridan. You can tell right away because it's a bunch of like cis white males that are alphas with beards, and you're like Taylor Sheridan.
Taylor.
It's like he's like the conservative god, and in maybe only one, I think.
He might. Well, I don't know.
Gibson.
I don't know. With Mel might have a little comeback here. He's starting.
Yeah, isn't he doing the Viking thing? Comes out soon.
It should be.
Everyone's talking about how good. Passion of the Christ.
Sequel to Passion of the Christ.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard it's supposed to be unreal.
And he's using the same actor, Jim Caviezel.
Yep. Who I love.
Love Jim.
Dude, so stop.
Love another Jimmy.
In Passion, but he was so good as Jesus.
Oh, he was in Count of Monte Cristo.
That's right.
That's him.
The main guy, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So Stabby was just talking about this, and he was like, "Yeah." So he always has like another blue guest on, and he's talking about Mel Gibson. He's like, "Look, you and I obviously we can agree. He's a bitch shit, but he is probably one of the best guys at film of all time. You know that this new Passion of the Christ is going to be otherworldly." Well, they don't like him. They're like, no one's going to stand behind him, but nobody's going to watch the
I'm
film
gonna
to go.
stand behind him. Because he, yes, he did have that like racist shit that he said, and that was definitely not okay. But he was also like, I think, an alcoholic.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's come out and he's
Like,
apologized,
Shit, yeah.
and he's changed.
Look,
He's made the best movies literally ever made.
Ever made, yeah.
Every movie we've done by now is I give
it's been awesome.
He doesn't have a bad movie.
But dude, look, you have the I would say it's so easy to judge everybody, and I'm not apologizing for Mel Gibson. He's a fucking grown ass man. He can do this shit himself.
Yeah.
But we have so much access now that we never had before. You could have heard hundreds of stories about people in Hollywood doing the exact same shit, having the exact same takes over the last 50, 60, 70 years. And it would have never been known because they didn't have cell phones. They didn't have all the technology and shit that we have now. So that's one element to it, is like, wow, we have so much more access. So you can actually, hear a lot more shit than you would ordinarily have been able to in the past. But you also have a culture now, it's kind of, swinging back a little bit, but where everybody is so fucking quick to judge everybody else because it's Captain Easy stance. And we're going to go back in time and we're going to fucking find that tweet that you had 12 years ago and we're going to shit on you for it, even though you were 14 years old. Fuck you, you fucking loser. You can't do that. So that stuff's we've scaled it back a little bit, this cancel culture stuff, but this was when he was getting canceled, it was right in the heat of all that stuff. And we also don't have an ability. We're very selective about who we separate the art from. So we have Michael Jackson. Everybody fucking all agrees. Wow. One of the most incredible pop stars of all time, if not the best all time. I hear his music come on at a party and I don't think about any of the drama with him and kids. I think, God damn, this is fucking a jam.
lifelong thinking he was
I'm starting to think he might not have been.
Yeah.
Because there's more stuff that's come out now. Yes.
Dude,
There's a lot of stuff that's come out since that it's like, no,
he got he got Epstein.
You got Epstein.
Kind of.
Yeah, maybe.
But except Epstein, I think actually did do it.
No, Epstein.
Oh, he definitely did.
Those emails were bad.
He definitely did.
That would have to be the biggest fake.
No. He definitely did do it.
Michael Jackson definitely was like,
Yeah.
like you can't fake that.
It's definitely weird.
That is true. And it's super weird. He's also got had no childhood. There's so much psychotic shit going on in there that we're just not qualified to talk about. But my point is, with some people, we can separate the art from the artist very easily, and other people, for whatever reason, we don't. And usually the people that we don't is the white people, because it's, culturally favorable to shit all over white people now.
Well, true.
But Diddy also is not fucking talented at all.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? But you look at Kevin Spacey, that guy's a one of one, and he can't get a fucking job right now because people are like, dude, you're a creep.
Well, dude.
But he's in, he's gay, and he's in there's gay culture is very different than straight culture in terms
But I'm
of.
pretty sure the kid was
14 or something like that. I'm sure. I don't think he fucked him. I think there was like some touching and definitely suggestion. And he's not alone. There's others that have suggested this too. They're also young and
Just got to hire a French kid.
thank you. So no, but you have like that guy's in. I don't know. He's got probably 3 or 4 of the most memorable characters ever on screen. Kaiser Soze, the freaking House of Cards dude, the Seven serial killer. He's in so many of the greatest movies of all time, and is seriously nobody else can do what he's done. And Mel Gibson, same thing. Some of the greatest filmmaking and movies ever done, and it's just so easy to shit on. But you look at Bill Cosby. I mean, nobody even talks about him. You shit on him, but nobody even talks about him anymore. You can talk about Mel Gibson. You'll still hear conversations about him. Nobody brings up.
Yeah. Yes. I think he just got out though, because they heard them shitting on him. Yeah. He just got out. I actually do hear him getting shit on, like maybe by like Gillis.
It's fucking weird, man.
But I know what you're saying. It is easier to.
That is funny. That's good. Never liked him
back in the day when he was still popular.
That's good.
Always like talking shit about.
Good. Fuck yeah.
I love that
50 Cent is the
calls people out like, yeah, bitch.
But apparently 50 Cent has been doing that forever. He's never liked Diddy and he's always been like, fuck you, fuck this guy. He plays the long game and he's almost always right.
The other guys who got Diddy pissed off, like Biggie Smalls and Tupac, that he just got them hired to get killed.
Yeah.
And 50 Cent's like, do it. I literally don't care. Do it. I'll kill your boys. And you're thinking like, no, how is 50 Cent still alive? Like, is he that much of a beast?
Yes.
He must be that.
He is an alpha. He got shot 9 times or whatever it was and is still fucking here. There's a whole song about it, a whole album, and a movie about it. Jesus Christ.
Dude, he is that, like, no one talks about it.
We should probably do that. We should do that and 8 Mile.
That's on my list.
It's like a double header.
Biggie's
on my list.
I've never seen Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude,
That's
it's
pretty
better than.
It's interesting. It's more watchable.
No, 8 Mile's #1. Get Rich or Die Trying.
That's why we should do them back to back, because they're such good
But
friends.
they're the only guys that did their own movies.
Yeah.
Like Biggie Smalls didn't. They had an actor. Well, he's dead. Never mind. That's a bad one. That's a stupid take, dude.
I mean, he could have.
Didn't even do his own movie.
What a loser. Come on.
He's dead.
He's dead, so would have been tough.
That was the other guy I had was like this. Wait, can I?
See, that would be like one of my football coaches growing up. They'd be like, what I'm hearing right now is an excuse. Okay, we don't make excuses. All right.
My back hurt.
My back hurt. Oh, your back hurts? Well, guess what, Grandma? You just pulled landscaping.
Literally happened to me in high school. Oh, your back hurts? Well, you're going to push the sled around the field. No, I literally.
That's gonna
tell him. I'll just quit. I'm done. And I walked home.
That
they were like,
football?
yeah, it was football. I'm not going to say his name, but I remember him looking at me like, what?
What?
Is he actually leaving?
Oh my God.
See, I can't believe you actually said you're going to push around until it doesn't hurt anymore.
That's crazy.
That is awesome.
But
hell yeah.
In my head, I was like, he's probably used to kids who are like, my butt.
Yeah, but in this situation, it's like, no, he's literally got fractures.
Yeah, but he's also one of the same guys that ruined the career of the best.
Oh, yeah, dude. He was so good, too. I mean, small, but so good.
Small, but just so fast.
You can get away with that in football these days as long as you're stacked.
Yeah.
You know? All right. Back to 28 weeks later here, 28 years later, I guess. Excuse me. The Bone Temple, the Boner Temple might have been the porn parody of this. Now, do we have any categories that you guys want to cover, or do you want to wrap this thing up and give it a verdict?
Maybe.
All right. CK, I'm starting with you, bud. This is your topic.
Thought about the rating for this, so I'm going to do it. Right, for the first and the second?
Do first and second or combine them. It might as well be one movie in 2 parts.
Well, yeah, I like that idea. It is.
First, I'm going to give like a 7. 6.
Okay.
Second one, I don't really enjoy the whole movie, but the scenes with Kelson and Jimmy are like 10s.
Okay.
But the whole movie doesn't hold up with it, so I'm gonna drop it. I'll give it an 8, 9.
Wow. What's that? Apple?
Bone or temple?
You think higher?
Dude, you made me go up a little bit.
Wow.
Well, I just loved it.
You're going to love mine.
Captivating that scene I was watching on YouTube. Yeah. And like that scene was so good that I'm like, I have to watch both of these movies. The rest of the movie wasn't as good, but those scenes made it like I'm never gonna. I've rewatched the Iron Maiden scene like 5 times on YouTube again.
I'm just a teen.
I mean, I could go down. 8, 9 is not. Let's go 8, 8.
What's in your heart?
Okay.
8, 9.
Okay.
I'll go
Perfect.
next.
Go.
I'm going to combine them.
No,
To
no.
me, it's part 1.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to give it and this is not me being mean. This is would I like watch it again if I had other options. I'm going to give it, because it is pretty good. I'm going to give it a 6-1.
Wow.
How are you going to steal my fucking take, bro? I was going to go 6-2.
Oh, okay. What's that put us at? Like a
7.
It's probably somewhere around 7.
well, you're almost a 9, so
Yeah.
it's really like
6.
5.
Well, I think that's the right fit for it. And honestly, it gets there because of Voldemort for me. I think he rallies.
That's in the
6.
5.
Yeah.
And I
I
can't.
think you liked it.
I do like it.
He kept telling me, love it. Love this movie. I was like, I never fucking seen it.
It's
Every
just
time
not
you do
that
that, I'm like-
good.
I'm like, wait.
Well, no, some of them.
That's a 10.
To the
But
land,
we are,
it's a 10.
we're doing.
Half of these that we've done have been like prestige movies that deserve it. And other ones are like, one's for us. This one would be like one for us. You know?
Like this isn't like,
It's CK month.
like this, like
But
because if that's a 10,
that's a 10.
then how is this an 8, 9?
You're right. Okay, so it's but the scene with Kelson
Okay,
is it's a 10
scene
scene.
by scene.
It's a
Yeah.
10 scene.
How would you, okay, if you were to pair this movie as a double header, well, let's assume this is one movie. If you were to double header this movie with something else, what do you pick?
Double header, like in the same theme.
Well, it could be the same theme, or like if you're just like, dude, I'm sick at home, I got to watch some things.
Well, I'm a huge Walking Dead
You
fan.
can go Walking Dead.
So but this is a different vibe than those zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, okay, I'll say this. So we watched this at night, and the ending is so dark with the upside down crucifixion.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, really?
I can't sleep.
I don't. No, I'm just like thinking of like how fucked up that was, and I like to end the night on something positive. I'd probably go comedy.
I like to end the night dark. And the reason is because I appreciate my bed more. So I always tell people, like, dude, you're a freak. I have to watch Murder at Night. I would go into Blade. I'd be in that mood.
Oh, that's another one I've never seen, so we could do
Because
that too.
vampires is kind of like zombies.
I think, yeah.
What?
It's getting dark. I mean, I would have like, all right, let me lighten the
Oh,
mood.
yeah, Van Helsing would be.
Let me watch
Yeah, because
Anaconda.
Anaconda was so good.
It's so funny, dude.
So
It's hilarious. Yes.
But on Netflix, dude.
I died
The
laughing.
the other boat goes by and they're like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, we're filming Anaconda.
And they're like,
Paul Rudd's like, dude. And they're like, no, we'll be fine, dude. He'll be back in a little bit. He's a professional. Yeah.
Kyle, it's like I've never been a massive Jack Black fan, but there are a few things.
Now I am.
There are a few things that he does so well.
Jumanji, too.
Oh, he's great in Jumanji. Great in Jumanji. Because he plays the girl, and he's like, okay, but the left.
Tenacious D.
I did.
Yep.
I've seen School of Rock. Seen all. we've seen pretty much every Jack Black movie, but it's the scene at the end of Anaconda. I'll spoil it for any of the audience. With the warthog, the squirrel, and stuff.
Oh my God.
I was dying.
Whose idea was this?
It
And then you hear somebody goes, it doesn't look that. It was your
was yours. I knew it. I fucking knew you would do that.
dude. It's so good. Like, and you can
It's great.
watch it like
It's great.
kids.
It's just a good laugh. So, all right. So that wraps up this cast. CK, before we clock out, do you want to tease anything else that you might be thinking about for CK month?
Definitely want to do Rounder
Okay.
with Matt Damon. And Whiplash.
Rounders and Whiplash. Okay.
Because that one got omitted, but I think we should do that for sure.
Okay.
You guys haven't seen it, right?
I've seen the first 2/3 of it. I haven't finished it yet,
Okay.
but
I think
I enjoyed it.
A good cast because J.K. Simmons is such a dick. He's the bald dude.
Yeah. He could have been Kelson in this one too.
Oh, I know who he is. I know who he is.
Parker, yeah.
Parker.
I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
Gone. This movie is gonna make you so mad.
Actually, you're gonna love him in this.
It's gonna make you furious.
It was just fun. Shit's
Okay.
So, anywho, love it. That's gonna wrap up 28 years later, guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in, listening. Chloe, our mascot for today, thank you for joining us, sweetheart. We are available on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and pretty much everywhere else that you get podcasts. Audience, we love you. We'll check in with you next time. Night Shift, clocking out.